Friends, I am Dr. Surajit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Ghosh Presents. Signs, symptoms and uses of Staphisagria. Full name Staphisagria. Common name Staphysacar. Source fruit of plant. Vegetable kingdom. This is the Staphisagria plant. Actually, the whole plant is used, not fruit, the whole plant. This is Staphisagria 200 homeopathic medicines. Therapeutic uses of Staphisagria. Affections of skin, genital organs, teeth, urinary organs, backache, cough, rheumatism, sciatica, neuralgia, tumors of eyes. Mind it, a affection of skin, that is genital organ, means there is affection of genital organs. Teeth means affection of teeth. Urinary symptoms, same, affections. Spheres of action of Staphisagria. It acts upon genitourinary organs very strongly. Brain, mind, gastrointestinal tract, skin and respiratory organs. And others, temperament Staphisagria, nervous and melancholic. Is Staphisagria hot or chilly? Chilly patient. Mental journal of Staphisagria. Ailments from reserved displeasure. Very sensitive to what others say about him or her. Great indignation about things done by others or self. Grieves about consequences. Irritable, nervous, excitable, violent, snappish, sensitive physically and mentally. Hypochondriasis. Hypochondriasis is a state of patient who are hypochondriac. Hypochondriac patients makes fuzz from a slight small trouble. Every small trouble seems great to him. And sometimes some imaginary trouble gives rise to a serious problem. This is hypochondriasis. Violent outburst of passion, anger, constantly dwell on sexual matter. Children cry for many things but refuse petulantly when offered. Children, when punished, scolded, go into spasm or convulsion in faint. You will get such patient in chamber. The patient party's guardian will report that, sir, if this child is slightly punished, he will go into spasms or he is going to faint. What can be done? See, just give him Staphisagria 200 or 1 ml, 1 dose. This will suffice. Maybe you require a second dose, but sometimes this 1 dose is sufficient to eliminate this type of propensity. Sadness without cause. Poor memory from sexual abuse. Believes he will lose his fortune, his wife will part with him. Least action, harmless words, offense. This is also seen in Ignatia. Unsatisfied sexual urge in widows, bad effects of onanism, sexual excesses, loss of vital fluid, chagrin, unmerited results, insults, reserved displeasure. All these things create serious trouble in Staphisagria patients. Was insulted, being too dignified to protest, fight, subdued wrath, went home sick, trembling and exhausted. Reverse of Nux. Nux is very much quarrelsome, but Staphisagria patients are very fine, delicate, dignified. They cannot protest. So what they do? They come with sullen face back home and get sick in the home. Just give this patient, since he is a aged patient, you give him just 10 m, 50 m, CM, 3 doses with the interval of say 1 month. This propensity, this characteristic will just simply wipe out of the person. Such a beautiful drug is Staphisagria. Physical journals of Staphisagria. Uncontrollable urge to masturbate. Problems. Apathy, indifference, low spirit, weak memory arising from sexual excesses. Hemiplegia after anger, indignation, uncalled for insult. Hemiplegia means partial, actually one-sided paralysis of body. You know, this generally happens from cerebral stroke. This is a facial picture of a person suffering from hemiplegia. From this picture, one who can understand that this side is hemiplegic side, because the normal side's tone is okay, the hemiplegic side's tone is lost. As this tone is lost, tone of the muscle and nerve function disturbed, so this portion hangs down. This hemiplegia may cause from insult, indignation, anger. If it is so, then Staphisagria will be the medicine. Just give 1 m 2 doses. I think that will do. That will do the purpose, serve the purpose. Acts on fibrous tissue of eyelids, tarsi, skin, glands, right deltoid. Acts on fibrous tissue of eyelids, tarsi, skin, glands, and right deltoid. Problems of post-operative stitches, pain, delay in healing, festering. Just note the language, post-operative stitch. Stitch has been done by allopathic surgeons. If that stitch causes problem, there are medicine in allopathy also, but our Staphisagria mother and simultaneously Staphisagria potency works nicely on these stitches. If the stitches is festered or ulcerous, then mother's tincture of Staphisagria and orally Staphisagria 200 twice a day for 2 days. Sufficient, that will be healed up, nicely healed up. Lacerance of tissues of sphincter of perineum after delivery. After delivery, the perineum of the mother is severely often lacerated. In that case, Staphisagria is a beautiful medicine. Arthritic nodules of joints, painful swelling of glands, swelling, suppurative of bones, suppuration of bones, of periosteum, exostosis. Exostosis means extra growth of bone. Warts, condylomata. Whole body painful with feeling of weakness, sleep all day, wake all night. Stiffness and sensation of fatigue in all joints. All problem arising out of injuries from sharp cutting instrument. With the help, I mean not help, but with the if any sharp cutting instrument causes some injuries and problem arises from that injury, Staphisagria helps nicely in these situations. That's why it helps this post-operative stitches. Too much craving for tobacco. See this, too much craving for the tobacco. Person goes on taking smoke like chain system. Scorbutic cachexia. Scorbutic cachexia means the gums of the person is cachectic, that is severely distorted or rather disturbed, full of the gum. The gum, scorbutic means gum. Cachexia means severe dyscrasia. Dyscrasia means disease state. Almost specific for honeymoon cystitis. Know the honeymoon cystitis? Honeymoon cystitis is generally cystitis for newly married couples. For that type of cystitis, specific Staphisagria is almost specific. Extreme hunger even when stomach is full. General aggravation and amelioration of Staphisagria. Worse, chagrin, actually worse from chagrin, vexation, indignation, quarrels, sexual excess, onanism, touch, cold drinks, coercion, after urination, when not urinating, night, new moon, before full moon. Better, warmth, rest, breakfast, coercion. Note this, the term coercion was there in worse, also in better. That is, it may be in both. It backs in both ways. It may aggravate the situation, it may better the situation of the person. Head symptoms of Staphisagria: compressive, stupefying headache, better from yawning, leaning head against something, brain feels torn as of a heavy load or round ball in the vertigo, Vertigo better by walking about in a circle or turning rapidly on heels. Moist, foul, eroding milk crust in occiput. Milk crust in occiput actually baby's disease. This is milk crust in occiput. This is occipital bone. You have to note carefully, there is some skin disease here. This is called milk crust. Dandruff, head lice, falling of hair from occiput, and around ears. Eye symptoms of Staphisagria: sunken eyes with dark rings around, hot ear turns off from left eye, feel dry and with lacrimation, nodes, styes, chalaji. This is chalaji. Chalaji are generally seen, stye and chalaji both are seen along the lid. One is for blocking up meibomian glands, the oil glands, and this is seen generally in the inside, and stye are seen in the outside. Hot air turns off the left eye, feel dry with lacrimation, nodes, styes, chalaji on lids, blepharitis, bursting, burning pain in eyelids, and syphilitic iritis. That is, Staphisagria has a lot of thing to do in case of eye troubles. Ear symptoms of Staphisagria: hardness of hearing from enlarged tonsils. Hardness of hearing from enlarged tonsils in children from adenoids. Adenoids are also lymphatic glands, but they are lying in the level above the tonsils. It is actually just behind the nose. Adenoids, similar type of lymphatic glands. Nose symptoms of Staphisagria: frequent sneezing without coryza. Ulcerations of nostrils. Coryza now thin, now thick. Or that is coryza, the nature of coryza is changing. Face symptoms of Staphisagria: prosopalgia. Pain starts from lip over face, worse from mastication. Prosopalgia actually trigeminal nerve neuralgia. Trigeminal is one of the 12 cranial nerves. It has got three parts. This first part supplying the frontal head scalp portion. Second part supplying the portion just beneath the nose and above. And the last part supplying the mandible, maxilla, and up to the temporal region. These three nerves are part of the trigeminal nerves, and inflammation of this nerve is called prosopalgia. It's a very, very painful disease. Submaxillary glands, painful. Submaxillary glands, you know, is one of the salivary glands situated in the mandible or maxilla. Painful with or without swelling. Neuralgia of the face from caries of teeth. You know, the caries of teeth is a very important pathology found in the Staphisagria, and that caries means simply destruction of tissue. Particularly here, the teeth tissue means hard bone-like tissue, and severe neuralgia causes from this caries of teeth. This comes under Staphisagria. Staphisagria is a very important medicine to treat the neuralgia of face from caries of teeth. Mouth symptoms of Staphisagria: teeth loose, crumbling, black, show dark streaks, worse from eating and during menses, better from hard pressure and heat. Pyorrhea, you know the pyorrhea. Pyorrhea is this spongy gum. Spongy gum, when the cachectic gum which bleeds from the slight region, it bleeds with pale bleeding gum. Decayed teeth, too much tender. Teeth decay as soon as they erupt. This is a very important symptom. Teeth decay as soon as they erupt. That is a very important point for children teeth trouble. Fistula dentalis. This is fistula dentalis on the right side bottom. This is fistula dentalis. Fistula dentalis. This is fistula dentalis. You know, the fistula is actually abnormal passage with an opening in the outside. it is very often seen that within the tissue space some infection occurs and pus accumulates. Then pus wants to come out of that particular space, and for that reason a channel is created with an outward opening. This outward opening is here. This is outward opening. The pus will be coming out from here. Within the tissue space there is some infection and pus is accumulating. This is called fistula. Fistula is very common in anal rectum region, but mind it, fistula are also commonly seen in teeth, in eyes, and other various parts. Thrush. Thrush is actually infection, some type of infection, just like maybe viral infection. It may be thrush. Actually, most importantly, it is not viral, but it is fungal infection. Thrush. It is seen within the mouth. Throat symptoms of Staphisagria: tonsils swollen and indurated with nasal voice. Indurated means hard. Swollen tonsil image has been shown just in last slide. Indurated means it may be hard also, and the patient's voice is nasal. His tone is nasal tone. Stitching pain runs up to ear on swallowing. Stomach symptoms Staphisagria: desire for bread, stimulant, tobacco, milk. Hungry even if stomach is full. This is peculiar symptom of Staphisagria. Hungry even if stomach is full. Sensation as if stomach were hanging down, relaxed. Nausea after surgery. Abdomen symptoms of Staphisagria: severe pain after abdominal surgery. You note that in almost 4 or 5 cases, Staphisagria used after surgery or with relevance to surgery. Actually, Staphisagria is a very good remedy which finds extensive use in surgical operation. Biliary colic after anger. Flatus hot, smells like rotten egg. Dysentery worse from least food, drinks in pot-bellied and weak children. Diarrhea from drinking cold water. Very sensitive piles, worse from touch. I have shown a picture of piles here. The piles from outside, if you look at the anus of the person, you will see like this. Internally the piles is like this. This is internal piles. It is not visible from outside. This is external piles, visible from outside. Urinary symptoms of Staphisagria: ineffectual urging to urinate in newly married persons. Honeymoon cystitis. It has already been described. After urination, sensation as if bladder has not emptied. Sensation as if a drop of urine rolling down the urethra continuously. Problems worse after walking, riding. Frequent and scanty, profuse watery urination. Sometimes urine is thin stream or drop right off. Cystocele. Cystocele, the figure of the image of cystocele shown here. Cystocele means when the bladder presses. It is actually a disease of women only. And when the bladder presses the vaginal canal. This is the vaginal canal has been distorted by the downward trends of the urinary bladder. This is called cystocele. Male symptoms of Staphisagria. Actually, male symptoms means male genital symptoms. Patient persistently dwell on sexual subject. Priapism. Priapism, you know, it is painful and non-timely or the unwanted erection, stiff erection of penis. Very painful, untimely, not desirable, but it is like that thing. Untimely, heavy stiffness of penis with pain. Seminal emission followed by great prostration. Dyspnea, worse during and after coition. Voluptuous itching of scrotum. Prostatitis, pain extend from anus to urethra. Enlarged prostate with piles. Mind it, prostate with piles. You will get this type of person. And then Staphisagria is one of the most selected one. Orchitis. Orchitis means inflammation of the testicles from mumps. You know, mumps and orchitis are interchangeable. The person who is attacked with mumps, it may happen that mumps recedes and orchitis starts. That's why orchitis from mumps. Testicle atrophy. that is testicle dried up. Female symptoms of Staphisagria, that is female genital symptoms: sexual desire increased, mind dwells too much on sex matter, same thing as that of male persons. Painful sensitiveness of genital organs, worse from sitting down, ovarian pain going into thighs, worse from pressure, cohesions, salpingitis. Salpingitis means inflammation of the fallopian tubes. Amenorrhea from indignation. Granular vegetation of vagina, vulva itches, sensitive, menses regular with aching around hip and loss of power in limbs, acute mental and bodily suffering from first coition. Very, very important symptom. Doctors get this type of ladies who reports that, doctors, I have just been married and I am very suffering from very mental and physical suffering, from my first meeting with the husband. Hey, is there any medicine? So this is the medicine. Respiratory symptoms of Staphisagria: dyspnea at close of coition or after seminal emission, cough worse after cleaning teeth, tobacco smoke, eating meat alternates with sciatica. There may be there are a few images on the right hand side corresponding to this discussion. Please read it yourself. Heart symptoms of Staphisagria: tremulous palpitation with listening to music. Neck and back symptoms of Staphisagria: pain in small of back. Small of back means L5 region, that is lumbar 5. Lumbar 5 region is called small of back, a technical term. After overlifting, there is near, L5 is actually in our waist region. Worse from coition in morning, rising from a seat. Extremities symptoms of Staphisagria: fingertips numb, bones of fingers developed imperfectly. Note this thing: bones of finger developed imperfectly. That is, this is a developmental defect, yet homeopathic medicine works here. Osteitis of fingers. Osteitis means inflammation of bone. This may be infective, this may be idiopathic. Arthritic nodes on finger joints. Crural neuralgia. Crural neuralgia is neuralgia of femoral nerve. You see this? This is the femoral nerve. This is femoral nerve. This is femoral nerve. Inflammation of this femoral nerve is called crural neuralgia. Actually, this pain moves from buttocks, from back towards thigh, and it goes down along the knee up to the heel. This is the region of crural neuralgia. Severe pain. Nerve pain always severe. Apparent parts feels beaten, painful. Knees weak. Shuffling gait. Shuffling gait means a gait when is actually walking gait, walking pattern, when the patient walk with his feet dragging. He drags on while walking. This is shuffling gait. Buttock ache while sitting. Skin symptoms of Staphisagria: biting, itching as of vermin, changing place on scratching, eczema with thick scab, itching violently, dry pedunculated figure. Pedunculated figure means the figureworts. This is pedunculated figure. Figureworts which has got some stalk or root, fine stalk or root attached to the skin, and the figurewort is maybe a few millimeters above. This is called pedunculated. Some figureworts there is no peduncle, that is root, that is just flat on the skin. But this is pedunculated. Pedunculated. In case of pedunculated figurewort, Staphisagria is one of the medicines. New growth extremely sensitive. Mere touch may bring convulsion. Mere touch may bring convulsion. So sensitive is the new growth. Skin troubles alternating with joint pain. For pain receding shingles. Shingles, this is skin disease. It is painful skin disease, and this before appearing shingles there is a pain. For that pain, Staphisagria is one of the prominent medicine. Sleep symptoms of Staphisagria: child wakes up, pushes things around, wants everyone to go out, and calls for mother. It's this symptom is exclusively for child patients. Amorous dreams with emission, sleepy all day, awake all night. A sleepy all day, awake all night is one of the very important symptoms of Staphisagria. Violent yawning and stretching brings tear, body aches after sleep. Fever symptoms Staphisagria, profuse cold sweat with odor like rotten eggs, with desire to uncover. One single symptom, but it directly give you the hints for Staphisagria. Profuse cold sweat with odor like rotten egg, with desire to uncover. Complementary causticum colocynth. Related medicine Chamomilla mercurius. Before winding up, keynotes of Staphisagria once more. Anger with indignation is the source of many elements. Mind it, this is a very important symptom. The patient is insulted, he got angry, but he cannot object or cannot protest on the spot. He returned home and fell ill because of this insult or indignation, because he was indignated or insulted for a wrong reason. Bad effects of injuries from sharp cutting instrument, knives, swords, etc., and post-surgical operation. That is very important. Many post-surgical operation, after operation there is problem in the place of cutting. After giving Staphisagria, their particular place swells up, a lot of pus and inflammatory fluid excretes, then the whole injury dries up. It has been seen in many practical cases of post-operative trouble in surgery operation. Sleepy all day, awake all night, with body ache all over. This is a very important symptom. This symptom also available in Suriname, Lacan. And this is just the reverse of Lycopodium. Lycopodium, awake all day, sleepy all night. Intense craving for tobacco. Intense craving for tobacco is another very keynote symptoms of Staphisagria. Patient constantly thinking of dwelling of sexual pleasure. Patient constantly thinking of sexual pleasure. Another very important symptom. If you note this symptom in particular patient, you can directly go to Staphisagria. Extreme appetite even when stomach full. I have given you just 6 medicines, just 6 symptoms. If you can remember these 6 symptoms, Staphisagria will be in your fingertip. Because without 1 or 2 of these symptoms, you cannot select Staphisagria as your prescription. It is such important, these 6 symptoms. Thank you for listening and viewing. If you got any problem, please write down in the comment section. I would certainly respond.